What is going on, guys? It's Epicnargs back in with another epic video. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about, is Call of Duty dying out? So basically, people have been wondering and asking, is Call of Duty dead? Because it's just basically, it's kind of dying out because the pre-orders are just so low, especially in IW. There's been such low pre-orders right now, and I feel like the game and the jetpacks, people just don't like it, and Call of Duty just doesn't listen to the people. Even though they're bringing back COD 4 Remastered, people still want a fresh, new Call of Duty that has boots on the ground, and that's really where it kind of started to all die out. So basically, it started back with AW when they first did the jetpacks and introduced them into the game, and the movement was just crazy. And then they went to Black Ops 3 and they brought it down a notch because it's not as crazy as it was in Advanced Warfare, but basically it's still a little bit too much for people, and people don't like it exactly. But apparently Infinite Warfare also has the boost jetpacks now, so that also is gonna, just people just are like, well, if they're not gonna listen to us, then why should we keep getting the game, and why should we keep buying it? But basically, yeah, people are just losing interest in Call of Duty, and a lot of people that have been around for a while since the boots on the ground, and they just love the old Call of Duty style and the older Call of Duty playing field. Basically, those people are just starting to drift away, and that's a pretty big portion of the audience of people that watch Call of Duty. I know personally, I don't really care exactly that they added the boosting packs into the game, and that's kind of what hurt Call of Duty. But I don't really care exactly that they added them into the game. Of course, it doesn't really help out with onto our next point, which is views on YouTube. People's Call of Duty channels are just kind of dying out. Like Chaos X Science, he has 2 million subscribers. He gets I don't even know, 12k something, he gets 12k views of video, or 60k views of video, and he has 2 million subscribers, which is pretty low for a channel his size. A channel my size, also 16k subscribers, and I only get 100, 300, 400 views of video, something like that, and I have 16, almost 17,000 subscribers. That's pretty low. Obviously, that's part of my own personal reasons, because I just don't upload that much, but I'm trying to grind it out and trying to start uploading consistently and stuff. But basically, that's off topic, and I'll just talk about that some other time. But yeah, basically with these new Call of Duties, they're just they don't, with the views getting so low, people are starting to have to quit. And well, not a lot of people, but little smaller Call of Duty YouTube channels that have been relying on this and just kind of going with Call of Duty, like this dude named Biblical Reaper. If you guys haven't seen on Drama Alert, basically he was a little bit of a smaller Call of Duty YouTuber, I guess. He's pretty big compared, for me, he's pretty big. I think 100k, he has 160k subscribers. And basically, he's this dude, and he has this disease, and people, he just doesn't have enough money now because he's not making enough because the views are so low. Also, Hollow Point's views are a little bit down, but it's not as bad as Biblical Reaper. But Biblical Reaper's views are pretty down there, and for where he needs them to actually live, and basically he's doing YouTube as a full-time job, and he needs his views to be a little bit higher. But basically, they're just so low that he's having to ask for money, and he said he never wanted to do it. But basically, because Call of Duty is just, the views are so low right now, and that also is because it's towards the end of the game. Of course, in November there will be a pretty big spike because people will be interested in the game, and I'm sure there will be a lot more orders of the game, and it'll spike up for a bit, and then it'll come down eventually. Still slowly, it'll fall down again. But then still, it's not as high as it ever was. It's not getting to that same height like it used to. Back in Black Ops 2, it was boom, and Call of Duty was crazy. I remember the views, people, is crazy. I remember watching Scump and all my favorite YouTubers, and Allie and all of them. I used to watch them way back then, or way back, well, not way back then, but a few years ago. I used to watch them, and those people that I really, I thought were cool, and I liked their videos and stuff, and just made me want to do YouTube and get an Elgato and make videos like this. But basically, yeah, you know, they were all popping back then, and you know, people's Call of Duty channels are just kind of dying out. If you look at the views from what it used to be to now, it's not near as many as people used to get. Basically, you know, this is because, you know, people, the older generation, like I said, is starting to lose interest, but the newer generation of kids, I don't know, it might eventually spike back up again, because this next generation of kids that are coming into Call of Duty right now, and if there's a huge, like, a lot of kids that come into it and they get used to it and they like this new version of Call of Duty, then eventually it might spike back up again, because a lot of people might increase their interest a lot in this game, and you know, they'll just be like, oh, Call of Duty is really cool, and then eventually it might spike back up again because you get a lot more viewers. But a lot of people that used to watch Call of Duty are just kind of getting bored of, you know, watching public matches and stuff like that. But personally, I enjoyed the competitive side of Call of Duty. Like, it's really fun, like playing UMG matches. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but game battles, UMG matches like that, I think that's really fun. I don't really have that much fun exactly playing pubs anymore, but I mean, occasionally I'll hop on and, you know, just pub stomp, and it's pretty fun to get streaks and stuff and just run around and drop a lot of kills. But yeah, that's pretty fun to do. But then, you know, I do that every now and then, and that's not like a thing that I do as much as I used to. Like back in Black Ops 2, I was literally grinding that game. That might have been because it was my first Call of Duty, but Black Ops 2, I had some of the most fun I've ever had, like, on a game. And that might be just because, you know, it was my first Call of Duty, and I loved it so much. Like, I played so much of that game. Like, I played a month of that game. Like, I had 28 days logged, and now it's not even like including private match and all that, because the time doesn't even include all that, and then my other accounts and stuff. And that's really crazy to think about, that I had so much time on that game. I've probably spent so many days on Call of Duty. It's insane. But yeah, I played so much of Black Ops 2, and I wasn't even that good at the game. Eventually I started to get better, obviously, because as time went on, you know, you get better eventually if you keep going and keep working at something so hard, and then eventually you get to a certain level where you can be pretty good at the game. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying about that. And you know, the next generation of kids, maybe they'll enjoy the newer versions of Call of Duty, and maybe that's what Call of Duty is trying to do, is bring a new element with the jetpacks and a futuristic type thing with these jetpacks, and you know, just get some of the younger kids involved. That's pretty much it for that, guys. I just want to talk about Call of Duty, and you know, obviously it's pretty obvious. You know, if you just look around, you know, you'll realize that a lot of Call of Duty channels are kind of dying down. People are just kind of losing interest, and like the new thing is like commentaries, news and stuff like that. People like that stuff, which is fine, you know, it's cool. But you know, Call of Duty is just kind of dying out, like people are saying, and people are trying to find new games. CSGO is actually a pretty popular game. I might do some videos on that. I don't know. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I like it. But you know, it's kind of an older game, but it's still really popular, and it's pretty fun to do. It's pretty fun to play. But yeah, guys, basically I just want to talk about Call of Duty dying, and you know, I just thought that, you know, with views being down so much in Call of Duty, is kind of relevant of a topic to talk about, and obviously it's pretty obvious, so I wanted to talk about it, because you know, a lot of people are just kind of ignoring it. Like, a lot of Call of Duty channels are just kind of ignoring it, and I just want to say like what I think about it, and you know, give my 2 cents on Call of Duty dying. So basically, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new and you want more content like this, comment down below if you enjoyed this video, tell me what I can do better, and also like what you enjoyed about this video, or if you didn't enjoy this video at all and I shouldn't make any more of these videos. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. This was Epic Nargs, and I will see you guys later.